If you want to get multiple things done every day, then chances are you're going to create a to-do list, but there's a problem with the to-do list. It's often ignored after the first task, or you don't complete them in the order of how you listed them, or you just end up procrastinating and not getting anything done except for striking off coffee in the mornings. So this is something that I've struggled with, and I've developed a method that helps me to be much more productive. And while I still can be way more productive, I'm much more productive than I was a year ago. So today I want to share a couple tips that can help you to get things done. Now, if you're new to this channel and this is the first time that you're seeing me or watching one of my videos, my name is Ian, and even if it's not the first time, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, as that's the way these videos get recommended to more people and can potentially help someone else as well, and I'll really appreciate it. And also consider subscribing to this channel, and when you do so, be sure to turn on all the notifications, as that's the only way you'll be able to get the updates of when I post a new video here. And yes, you heard that right. I post a new video here on YouTube every single day. So if you want daily content on personal finance topics, be sure to turn on all notifications for this channel. So before I get into the tips for your to-do list, I want you to comment down below and let me know if you have a to-do list or not. Comment yes or no and let me know if you do. So in my previous videos, I've mentioned working twice and doing side gigs, and I'm also at about 180 days of making a video every day on YouTube. And you may be thinking that I'm super productive, and I try to stay that way, but if I were to use my old to-do list, I wouldn't be able to do this. And in fact, the more I work on this, the more productive I can be. So when creating a to-do list, the first mistake is listing a bunch of things that you want to get done. Now, of course, you may have multiple things that you need to get done, but at the same time, I've realized that multitasking isn't always such a good thing. Now, an example would be me trying to promote a ClickBank affiliate website and also trying to launch an Amazon affiliates website at the same time. Now, unfortunately, that didn't turn out too well, and I ended up not getting either of them to work as planned. So when creating a to-do list, you want to find an area or a space that is distraction-free, where you can really think about what you're trying to accomplish. Also, try to use an app, or in my case, I found that for daily to-do lists, a notebook works best, and not just any old notebook, but one that I have specially for my to-do list, because when I see it, I know it's important. Also, this to-do list that I'm talking about in this video is your daily to-do list and not your yearly goals or monthly goals that you want to accomplish. This is just for day-to-day tasks. Now, the first thing or task that should be on your to-do list is the most important thing that you have to get done that day. So there are days when nothing goes as planned for most things, or most things don't go as planned. And so you want to ensure that even if you don't get everything done, the most important task or tasks are done. So always start the to-do list with the most important tasks first, no matter what they are. Now, usually these are the hardest tasks and we put them off for last, but in the long run, they have the most importance in our lives, so pay attention to this one. Now, this also in turn helps you to feel accomplished, so even if you don't get all the way to the end of the list, at least you got the most important things done. Now, the next tip is to keep it simple. Keep it very simple. Try to only have 3 to 4 things on your daily to-do list. Now, I know this may sound unproductive, but how many times have you had 10 or 15 items on your to-do list that were important and you actually got them done day after day? Probably not many. So what I've done is I've come up with 10 tasks that I want to do. Of that 10, I take the 5 most important. Then I list them in the order of highest priority to lowest, and I take the top 3, and those are my things to do for the day. Now, this has me accomplishing all 3 every day regularly, and the next day I will take on the rest. So for example, let's say I have 5 things to do: servicing my car's brakes, shipping my eBay orders, making this video, working on my ClickBank store, and maybe getting a replacement debit card. Now, surely these are 5 important things that I need to do, but the most important here is servicing my car's brakes so I don't crash, and also shipping my eBay orders so I don't get bad reviews and have angry customers, and also making this YouTube video. Now, getting a replacement debit card is also important since I lost one, but I can do that tomorrow as it's lower on the priority list. Now, when I simplify my to-do list like this, I'm always certain that I will get everything done, and this way I get to do everything, or I get everything done, and I trust my to-do list more and I stick with it all the time. If I list too many things and I don't get them done, then I may give up on using the to-do list, and this has happened to me before, so this strategy really works. Now, the next tip is to make the items on the to-do list very specific and clear. So don't just write number 1, pay my bills. Be very specific. Usually all your bills aren't due at the same time, so you want to list which bill it is. So in this case, it could be pay my Discover credit card bill. This way, there is no room for error. The list is straightforward, you procrastinate less, and you always have a clear idea of exactly what you expect to do. Now, even when I'm making a YouTube video, I don't just write make a YouTube video. I figure out what the video will be about, so in this case, it's make a YouTube video on how to create a to-do list. Another tip is to keep your to-do list close to you or in your work area where it's visible to you, and you want to do this so that it's just you, your work, and the to-do list. Also, get rid of all distractions, lock your phone away, turn it off, put it on Do Not Disturb, and this way you are fully concentrating on whatever task you have to do. Striking it off on the to-do list and then moving on to the next without any distractions. Now, if you're going to leave your office or home or workspace to complete a task, you don't necessarily have to take your to-do list with you and stare at it all the time, but being in that state of mind will help you to go do what you have to do and come right back to the list. Now, I've also found that not discarding the past day's list somewhat helps. So if you have a notebook, you can flip a page for a new to-do list, or you can rip that page out. Now, I usually rip my pages out after completing the to-do list, and then I use a paper tack and stick it in front of my work desk. Now, this way, I'm not necessarily paying attention to it, but it's in my peripheral view at all times, so it acts as a reminder of reassuring me that I've already accomplished tasks yesterday and the day before and the week before, and I can accomplish all these tasks that I have set for today. Now, although this video is about your daily to-do list, another point I want to make is how to decide what you should be doing on your daily to-do list or what you should put on your daily to-do list. And you can figure this out by having an annual to-do list. So I found that instead of listing a New Year's resolution or resolutions, if I write down every single thing that I want to accomplish for the year, I can then break them down into quarterly goals. So I want to achieve these goals by the end of March and the end of June and the end of September and the end of December. Now, this list is done by priority, which goals are more important, and also reality, which goal can you actually accomplish earlier on in the year as opposed to later on in the year. And I'll make a video about how I go about my yearly goals and how that helps or will help you to get every single thing that you want to get done every year. But I usually look at the goals for the quarter and then I keep that in mind, and my daily to-do list always come from or consist of smaller tasks that will help me to achieve these goals. So comment down below and let me know what you think about this strategy, and if you aren't doing something like this, I urge you to try it. I feel like this will make you 100% more productive, and you will actually start to accomplish more every single day. Now, again, the main points are that you simplify your to-do list and you list only a few tasks per day. You prioritize and you do the most important tasks first. You remove all distractions, including cell phones, and you make the tasks on the list very specific. Also, I found a to-do list on Amazon, which I thought was really cool, and it actually had everything that I was looking for. Now, you don't have to purchase this, but I think you should at least take a look at it because it comes in 3 variations. So you have the make it happen, with one side being super important, and these will be the tasks that you need to get done. Then you have another column that can consist of additional tasks that you can do if you have time, or if not, you can add them to the next day's to-do list. Now, this will help you to prioritize. Also, the second variation of this has the big 3 at the top, which will be the main 3 important tasks that you must complete for the day, and then it has 2 columns. One for notes, which can be helpful if you need to make notes about the daily tasks, and another column for things that you can do. Now, the third variation is just your to-do list with a section for brain dump, and on the side, and again, you can dump notes relating to your task there. Now, again, you don't have to purchase this. It's $3.50. You can copy the format and make yours from any regular book. But if you want something like this, I'll leave a link down below to it in the description. So at least check it out. And if you like it, then, or if you like the format, then you can get it, or you can make one just the same. Now, I'm mentioning all this because I think this format is easier and works for everything that I've mentioned in this video. Now, I hope you guys found this video very helpful. It makes you more productive, and you can finally have a to-do list that works for you. And if you'd like to see more videos just like this one, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, as that's the way these videos get recommended to more people here and can potentially help someone out as well. And I'll really, really appreciate it. Also, don't forget to check out some of my other videos here on the channel on credit cards, banking apps, savings accounts, investments, ways to make money, and more on personal finance. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so, and be sure to turn on all notifications for this channel, as that's the only way you'll be able to get the updates of when I post new videos here. And I post a new video here every single day. And remember guys, I'm leaving more links down below to free stuff and free cashback offers. So be sure to check all the links down below in the description for all kinds of free stuff. One more thing I want to point out before I go is if you aren't investing as of yet, you need to start right now. And be sure to check out WEBULL or M1 Finance, and I've left links to them down below. With WEBULL, after signing up using the link down below, you'll receive a free stock or 2 free stocks, which can be valid at up to $1,600. If you like the stocks, they're free. You get to keep them. If not, you sell them, keep the cash, or purchase other stocks that you'd prefer to invest in. So it's a win-win for you. Now with M1 Finance, you'll get $10 for free to go towards your investments. Once again, guys, I hope this video was very helpful. All the best, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.